So I didn't get Vortex in Duncannon. I'm leaving. It's 3 something, but I'm leaving. That's the important part. There's a ton of people, and a lot of people are like, yeah, I'll hike out at some point, and a lot of people stayed. But I have goals to accomplish, so I'm out. Somewhere up that ridge. Ah, yes. It is progressing and beginning at the same time. Oh, yes. The kamikaze flies are still around, but I am a few miles north of Duncannon, which is a victory. There was a lot of people there, quite a few that were there last night, and then a lot of people got in today. And speaking of people, I can't remember if I've mentioned this before, but I'm gonna mention it now. A lot of people, and they're good people, but they hitchhike, and you get ahead of this crowd, and then, you know, you haven't seen them in a week, and then they just show up, and you find out they hitched this section, and then they hitched 27 miles today. So one of the other hikers, she let out her frustration. She's like, I keep trying to get ahead, you guys just keep showing up. And I could tell she was friends with them, so she was saying it half joking, half truth, for sure. And I felt like that for some time, just because it is nice to get space, and it is nice to you know, if there's a busy area, to be able to hike ahead and get some time. And when people are hitchhiking, there is no getting ahead, they'll just show up. So it's frustrating. I mean, for the most part, as soon as I start hiking on trail, it doesn't bother me, but it sucks when, like, you know, the hostel is sold out, which I wasn't gonna say anyway, but like, I'm sure some people hiked in, and I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, maybe I'm just going up and full and trying to, you know, think through things. But yeah, it is one thing. It's been, you know, I've constantly caught up to like the southern end of the bubble, and then they keep catching up to me because they're not always hiking. They're hanging out at the fun spots, hiking some, and then hitchhiking to another fun spot. So something that's happens out here. I'm going up. There's a freight train in the back. I'll do another update shortly. I have a lot more to say, but for now, that's it. I need water. This morning I didn't film much. I was charging my phone, but I was hiking with Shadow in the Smoky Mountains. He was attempting a through hike, and he had to get off due to injury, but Big Lug had his number, and I asked a couple weeks ago, I was like, I wonder what happened, and so we sent him a text and he told us, but he said when we get to Duncannon to reach out to him. And he texted me back last night and he's like, I'll meet you in the morning, I'll be your personal Uber. Like, all I said was, hey man, Big Lug told me to reach out. I thought maybe he was gonna meet for a coffee or something. And he ended up taking me to breakfast, treating me to breakfast, driving me all the way to Walmart, which was close to a half-hour drive, and then paying for my resupply. So thank you, Shadow. The trail just keeps providing. It's the only cliche I like to use, because it was amazing what he did for me this morning. Just little things like that. And hopefully he gets on trail next year. He had some IT band issues, but I wanted to say that because he was the one filling me in on some of the information that I just told you about the rocks. So what do we got here? Come on. The shelter's a little bit. So yeah, I just wanted to say a personal thank you to him for doing that. He texted me, he said he would be here at 8, and he texted me like 7:38, and I woke up from the bunk, saw his text. He's like, I'm outside the back of the hostel on the picnic table. And like woke up, I said hi, and I was like, give me a second, I gotta go inside and make myself a coffee, because I had like just woken up. But seriously, you know, just from spending a couple days with him hiking in the Smokies, we the three of us shared a room at Standing Bear, and he gave us some protein powder packets that he made from home and mailed to himself. And yeah, because this is his home area. Unfortunately, he's an Eagles fan, but I won't hold that against him. And yeah, that was just things that have been happening. I mean, you're following along, so you see it. I just can't explain how much it means to it, because everyone, I don't know, everyone at this point, like, you're committed to finishing, but you're getting to be really worn out, and you're getting to have more and more days where you don't want to hike. At least, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people, from talking to them and from my experience. But leaving here was a different feeling. It was a feeling of confidence, and it was like, okay, if I get through these rocks and get to Delaware Water Gap, that is a major accomplishment. And you feel like, you know, you can actually do this thing. The end isn't in sight necessarily at Delaware Water Gap, but you start to believe more than you ever have before. So I'm hoping that's what's ahead in these next, I don't know how many miles it is. I'm rambling. I'm half coffee weaning off and half just calming down from a little bit of a climb and sweat and humidity. But yes, that thank you needed to be extended, and the rocks are coming in and out, but the worst is still to come for sure. All right, I'm done. Just replace bread with bro, and you're right there.
On the bro and toppings. Well, when you get to be 55, your memory isn't that great. Or
Yeah.
your hiking speed.
I just blame the alcohol.
I lost.
Oh yes, less than a mile to the shelter, which is essentially my destination. There might be camping slightly before, slightly after, but I'm gonna need to get water. I have a liter, but for coffee and dinner and just not to be thirsty. It is a little bit of a bitch. It's like 300 stairs down and back up, but I don't mind doing it when I'm staying for the night. Then I have water for the night. And yeah, I'm gonna try to find a tent site, expecting it to be a pretty busy shelter. A lot of people left Duncannon later in the day, including myself. I already know, I've talked to a few people that are going there, but then there's always probably gonna be more. And yeah, feeling tired. Even though it's gonna be like 10.9 or 11 miles, let's say. You know, it was kind of non-stop. I stopped at one shelter to get water, and that was it. It was just go. So glad I got out of Duncannon. Big Lug just texted me saying he likes Duncannon, cool vibe. He must have just got there, and I really was thinking about a zero, but you know, just for what I need. I would have not gotten that much done, and it would have been very social, and a lot of people are, it's kind of the party crowd, which if I was a few years younger I'd be doing it, but I'm not. So I think it was a good decision to push off. This gets me half a day closer to really taking a break, as you know, as I've talked about with family. And I'm in need of it. I'm burnt out with everything, with hiking, you know, not having my own space a lot of the time because always running into people, always camping somewhat near people. And I'm burnt out with the videos and editing. It'll be nice to not film. I'm burnt out from pack food, just basically all of it. So this is gonna be a nice break. And even though I could have used it a little earlier, I will be very close to 2/3 of the way done when I get there. So the timing, you know, I'll be happy once I'm there, let's put it that way, because then it's just like, all right, let's get it done. But I've been saying this, but I'm just kind of saying, yeah, this is why the fatigue settles in. I'm in need of you know, an extended 4, 5, 6 days off trail. But tonight I'm gonna eat. I'm in good spirits, and then tomorrow I'm probably just gonna not wake up super early. Don't know if I'll set an alarm or not, but just go as far as I can. That's the beautiful thing. Once you're away from town, you wake up, there's no distractions. Not to say there's no distractions. There can be fun shelters or streams or parking lots or trail magic, but they're much more limited than when you're leaving from a town where there's always distractions and food and things to stay for. So yeah, happy I got out of there. But Duncannon, I do like Duncannon as a trail town. It's simple, it's got everything you need. It's got a church hostel, it's got an actual hostel. I'm sure there's some hotels around if you wanted to find them. And yeah, that's about it. And thank you to Shadow again, that helped me so much, because my resupply, I don't know how I would have pieced it together, but getting a ride to a Walmart was really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna finish out this last half mile and then get water and set up and call it a night, eat some food.